Hi, YouTube. I hope you're all doing good. I'm having a okay day, so. If you celebrate Easter, have a happy one. Um, how I feel is it's like a everyday thing. You know how it says in the scriptures that He has risen, He ascended to the Father, He goes before us to make a place for us. But my question is here. Um, and then supposedly he lives in the hearts of men and or women. um do you believe that? I have some questions today, I think, more than I do statements about anything. um what would our earth look like if people didn't have God in their hearts? I mean, everybody, nobody believed in God. I mean, totally faithless. That would be an interesting planet to live on, wouldn't it? Kind of like the diverse stuff that we're being forced to accept. Whether I think it's mentally unstable that people are insisting that I see something unsound. If you can't recommend somebody or something to a child to ensure their future is going to be more sound and stable, like a family unit, like a structure like that, the child should feel safe within that home. But with a person's spirit, if you can't recommend that person or human being, whoever they want to identify, maybe today they identify as an egg. I have no clue where some of these people's minds are at, but I do know this for a fact that evil doesn't necessarily control, because I mean, it can get my way, but it doesn't control me. So I can't say evil controls the whole world, because it doesn't. But it would if people like me would just be quiet and go away, like a lot of people want us to do, you know. What are your thoughts on that? What do you think the world would look like right now if people were faithless entirely? Just do whatever you want to do, you know? Hmm. Maybe the war in heaven was revelation and it happened already, you know? Because it says in there that God still battles with Satan, not over not over heaven. Where he's battling, that's here on earth. That's my thoughts on that. You know, just thinking Easter thoughts, you know. This day used to entirely make me cry because nobody ever got it. You know, as far as my perspective. Maybe you do. I mean, in my life, what I saw, it was just an excuse for people to get together and maybe cook their traditional skanky hams and or turkey and yams, whatever you eat. I have no clue what I'm making today. I don't know. Maybe a hot dog. I don't know. But yeah. But you know, it's like people want me to just shut up about all this transgender and just accept it. And no, I'm not going to. It's mentally unstable, and I'm not going to teach people that it isn't. You know, If people want to believe that men dress like women are women, well, you go for it, buddy. That's not going to be me, you know? And the same with the woman. I am not going to pretend you're a man. I gave birth to boys. I know what men are. I know what bisexual and homosexual men are. Whatever kind of letters you want to put on the whole thing, I don't care. You're unstable. It's insane. I'm keeping the structure of the traditional family in my mind, no matter who wants to see that as a rational move or not. If you think I'm irrational or old fashioned or traditional is a bad thing to you, well, go ahead, join the crowd because it's crowded, too crowded for me. So, yeah, if Christ wasn't in my heart, I'd probably think I was a man. I bet some of you men feel like that too. No, that was a bad joke, get it? Ha ha. Or women. Oh no. Maybe my jokes are bad. Does anybody ever laugh? Yeah, occasionally. I've been told before that I'm really funny, but maybe people have to have the same type of sense of humor. I don't know, because it's just like people, like with the transgender thing. Some people are very accepting of it, and other people are like even violent about it. Like it's like in their world, it's only a black and white thing. I'm not like that. I'm not accepting of it, and I'm not violent. But I will pray for the people, and I will pray for the people that see this as a normality when it's more of a trend. And the people that are in the public eye doing these things are making big bucks and position in their life for doing that. Furthermore, there's a lot of them that will dress like in drag or whatever in public, but in private, that's not how they dress. And they've been caught doing that too. And I heard somebody that I listen to, they actually support somebody like that. And I've seen it. But that's okay. Wow. It's like this thing with a great big old beer gut stuffing itself in a bikini and calling itself a woman just because it can purse its lips. I'm a woman today. Oh, I'm a woman today. Oh my God. No, no, you're not. Not tomorrow either, you know? So, yeah. I feel sorry too for the people in Christianity today that feel lost. I'm sure there's got to be a lot of them because everybody's telling you, oh, it's a pagan ritual, with which it is. Same with Christmas, but does that take away from how you feel in your heart about who God is? Just because they take something that is of God and twist it all up and try and make it something it isn't. That's what plays into their hands. And of course they want people to be upset and confused, and you might as well just swing the other way, you know. Everybody else is, you know. Don't stand up for what actually constitutes a family, and point out who the weird uncle is in the crowd. No, accept the weird uncle and as a matter of fact, give your most prized possession, maybe like a little month-old infant, to the insane uncle and tell them to teach them anything they want to teach them. That sounds like a very good idea. Wow. The world is screwed up, but it would be a lot worse if the people with God in their hearts weren't here. I see it as the Earth's last chance to talk to the demonic possessed souls that are living in the flesh and enjoy that beyond anything else, no matter who it crosses or who gets hurt or who stumbles or what child they dissuade away from God. To them, it doesn't matter because they've already made up their minds. Their war is with God and against every one of his children, the people that consider themselves their his child, you know. So, well, we have a beautiful day here in Minnesota. It's oh, what is it? It's 51 degrees. Not too bad. Real sunny. I think tomorrow it's they're talking about being near 70 degrees. That'd be cool. Or warm, actually. And the snow is just about melted off of my roof. I had somebody, it was rather cruel, like, what the F me, and do I live in a cardboard box? No, no, I don't. But thank you for your concern, you know. I would venture to say, with my land and my creek and um, my place, I'm pretty well satisfied with what we paid for here. That you can go what the F yourself all the way to the ends of the earth and still not have the riches I have. So, but I do appreciate your concern, especially when I have been homeless on top of a mountain with my children because of circumstances of not getting paid. And I think being retirement age and actually still working every day, um, yeah, told me to go work, told me to basically stop doing what I'm doing, and the world's evil anyway, and just go to work. You come work with me, baby. How about that? Then you'll have an arm like that. How's that sound? How about this? How about you work as much as I have, then come talk to me after that? That sounds better. So, and I didn't even respond to it on it. It's like, and I thought about blocking it. I thought, no, that's okay too. Either way, people just don't realize the hard work that others have into life, or how much of themselves and lives they have given to other people. So it's just a empty heart acting cruel to somebody else because they can, because you're over the internet and you're not up in my face. And I invite you to my home. Go to my Facebook page, look up where I live, and tell me who you are. Message me there, and you can come right here and what the fuck me right to my face. How about that? And I'm real about that. I am not just talking. I'm flat serious. I don't hide where I live. And people are like, oh, don't show your house and where you live and why not? I want to know why not. The what are you afraid of? I'm not. So, as a matter of fact, tell me where you live. If you live close enough, I'll come visit you. Most likely, you'd probably like me as a friend, as a person, but maybe you have some kind of bug up your ass that can't be, that just won't come out. And I can't help you with that then. So I don't know. How about this? How about if you buy one of my very expensive hot rods and then I'll buy paneling for my room and we'll both be happy? That sounds like a plan. Then I can take that money and pay off the rest of my hours for my SS, and I'll truly be retired since I only have 2 more points to get. And then that wasn't because I wasn't working. That's because I didn't claim what I made because I didn't have to. And I was doing work that I didn't get paid for. So, how about you just buy something of mine that's of value and then I'll retire and then you can what the fuck yourself in a cool car. How about that? If you want to know more on what's for sale, contact me on Facebook. I'm not going to talk about it here. You know, it's really none of anybody's business, but it is true. I have real estate. What do you have? Is everything you own, is it paid for? Mine is. Cardboard box and all. I've been getting a lot of cardboard boxes lately, come to think of it. Probably make some nice houses for some poor people out there that you like to make fun of. Yeah. Or the hard-working ones that you have no clue what you're talking about. Yeah, the ones built like me with muscles from working, those kind of people. Yeah. So anyway, pretty good for 65 anyway. At least I know I am. But then you're not standing in front of me right now, are you? You know? So back to the people without God in their hearts. Yeah, they control the world right now. But what if the ones that do have God in their hearts weren't here? What would the world look like? Just answer that. Just answer it for yourself. You don't have to convince me. I'm fully aware of what an unstructured family unit looks like. It takes a strong hand and a strong mind and a strong heart to gather everything you need to make sure that your loved ones are okay. So, and then, too, what chance would they have of a future if you're weak? If you won't stand up for their future, nobody else is going to, you know. And that's why I won't be silent on the insane things that are going on, because it is part of the psychological operations. Like, for instance, if somebody's speaking on behalf of the mental illnesses that are going on and overlooking it like, oh, just do your own thing and whatever, and not speaking up for the people that you care about, and you don't have to speak up. I mean, if you don't have a voice in that area, Well, then you just don't. Then you are on the other side of the fence of what structures a family. And you are working for the demonic overlords. End of conversation right there. You're either working for God or you're not. You know, you can't have it both ways. Yeah, there's more I want to say on that. I'm just thinking here how I want to say it. So, yeah. Maybe it really doesn't matter to some people. It really doesn't matter. Yeah. Who's actually being cruel on this world? You know, and why? That's what I was going to say about the transgender movement. You really need to read Mein Kampf. You really need to read Karl Marx. You need to read about Stalin. You need to understand the communist movement and ways and tactics that encompasses exactly what's going on here. The psychological warfare, the war of the minds that bleeds into the war of what we deem good or evil. And it is a real thing. It's not just a fake thing. There are communist countries and people in communist countries that would love the freedom to just be able to gather with other Christians or Christian minded people, not in a church or a religion, but like we talk here. They don't have that freedom. There's some of my videos that friends in Russia, if we share some information, they can't view it. Their government won't let them. And they already went through. If you watched the video I shared about uh, Saint Gabriel and watched what the Russian people went through, and that doesn't go along with all the psychological stuff that was going on before that. That just touches briefly on some of the situations that they are and still do to their people. Um, this is all psychological operation, and you're falling right into it. And you're not protecting the next generation because of it, because you're too lazy to read the proof of what their plans and the operations. You can go look on like blackvault.com. You can look right at the CIA operations that are now in play for their agendas, and you think it's just some sort of fairy tale that's not really happening when it's happening right before your eyes and to everybody you care about, if you care about them, and even the mentally insane. I can't prove they're criminal, but I know they are. You can't prove a liar's liar. You can't, but you know they are. It's just like actions or even lack of actions, words or even lack of words. All these have meaning for what people are showing us. And it is, in my opinion, the last go around for these demonically possessed people to have a chance to pull their head out of their hiding spots and think about other people besides themselves and their own self centered greed. They could try it. Just try it. And you know what? Even if you wouldn't like me, that's probably okay too. That just means we both probably wouldn't like each other. But why even comment? I think to myself, wow, you must have either a whole lot of pain in there, something from somebody, but it wasn't me. But hey, have at it. You know, would I want to retaliate? Yeah, but not over the internet. I'd rather talk to you face to face. Yes, I would. Or, like I've offered other people, I'm a martial artist. Would you like to spar? I have a great big yard, no weapons, just your body and my body. And I'll let you come at me first. How's that sound? No joke. This is real. That's how I feel. I don't play at all. But see, it's the faceless, the no name stakes, I call you. You have no picture, you have no name, but you got a big mouth. Tell me who you are. I'm not afraid of you, and I will give you nothing to be afraid of. Sort of. It's your decision. But and you may not believe in God, but yeah, He sees what you do and what you type, and you will pay for it. You don't think you will, but you will. Every stupid thing we do on this planet, you're going to atone for it one way or another. It's like the evil leadership in this world because of their greed or insane ways and their lust for control. Do you know how many people out there just get a kick out of the fact that they can control another human being? That's amazing. That some freak would get some kind of, what did you go play with yourself after you were cruel to me? Yeah, I could just see that. Well, no, I can't. Thank you, God. I do not want to see that. But I can imagine. So, just like your imagination about who I am and where I live. Uh, anyway, so just, think about the future. Think about somebody beside yourself sometime. And that is what makes the world go round. These fools, these control freaks, you're going to go down. You're going down in a sinking ship.